Considering the ongoing tech boom in today's global online market, it is undeniable that e-commerce is transforming the way we all conduct business. But how much change is this new media bringing into Africa, and how is it enabling the continent's 1.1 billion people advance economically in today's global market? On this episode, we take a look at the new shift, the emergence of online shopping into Africa, what it means to the people, the opportunities it opens up, and more importantly, how it is beginning to make life better for Africans. I'm James Lairde, and you're watching Channels Discovery.
Even though the global e-retailer Amazon celebrated its 20th anniversary recently, e-commerce companies in Africa are only now beginning to mark their presence in the global market. One of the noticeable new players is wakanow.com, Nigeria's leading online travel company.
What brought about wakanow.com?
Wakanow.com came about trying to simplify the flight booking process in Nigeria.
Right.
I had a personal experience where I tried to book a flight in Nigeria, and it was a very tedious process. It wasn't transparent. I had to go to the airline's office to search for fares and to try to book my flight. And then in terms of payment, I had to withdraw cash from my bank account and take to the airline's office.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy. So the whole process was just way too cumbersome and non-transparent. And in my experience in the US, living in the US, using likes of Expedia.com, it was such an easy process. You saw all the options to your destination. User-friendly. You can select the best option with, obviously you have best prices, and then you can also make payment online.
Sure. And
you can get your ticket right away, and it was a 5 to 10 minute process max. And so I felt with the internet penetration going in Nigeria around 2007, 2008, it was time to build an online travel company.
Okay. What services does your company, wakanow.com, actually offer?
We offer all the range of travel services, from flight bookings to hotel booking. However, 515,000 hotels on our platform, both domestic hotels, international hotels. We offer airport pickup services around the world. We also offer visa services. We assist customers in processing their visa applications, making sure they have all the necessary requirements to be able to achieve a successful visa process. We also are launching a new product called the Wakanow Travel SIM. We've launched a Wakanow Travel SIM that enables you to have a phone and line that you can use all over the world, okay, and at the cheap local rates. So you don't have to keep changing SIMs all over the world. And it's very convenient. So as soon as you get to your destination, you can start making calls. You can pay online on our website. And then we're launching a new bus service in partnership with a company called oya.com.ng, where we can now sell bus tickets from Efisinachi, ABC, both on the regular scheduled buses, but also on charters. Okay. We can also make that provision for you.
All right. Taking into account the peculiarity of the internet penetration in West Africa, how user-friendly is wakanow.com? What sort of challenges have people had using that platform?
Well, the platform has always been a continuous process. We always work every day to improve the usability of the website. Not only do we have a website, we also have a mobile platform. So we have a mobile site, we have mobile apps. If you look at the way people access internet in Africa, especially in Nigeria, most people access the internet to their mobile phones. So we have to be very active on the mobile platform. Our mobile site is very user-friendly, 4 or 5 easy steps for you to get the best available prices. So Wakanow offers the best available price for any destination. We also have travel centers. We in key locations around the country where people can also go in and make their reservations. I also have to speak to people one-on-one if our customer cares representatives one-on-one in case they need help. Okay. So we have all ways of communicating with us, both pre-sales and after-sales. So in terms of changes, cancellations, we have a very active call center. Yeah, we have a call center of over 300 reps, so you can reach us anytime. And but it's always a continuous process, and customer service is absolutely key for our business.
Okay. Now, your customers would obviously expect the same sort of customer service and quality that they would get from any other company anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
How do you ensure that they actually get that?
Very, very key to our business. Customer service is absolutely paramount to our business. Only does technology help us, which is what we do. We're a technology company.
Okay.
We're also a customer service company. So a lot of training in terms of human capital. So think about improving our processes, improving our human capital, training our staff on how to offer the best customer service. And we always look at global standards in the way we do our things.
Okay. The continued growth of e-commerce in Africa depends on a variety of things. For example, we're talking about things like bandwidth, tax policies, shipping, secured payments. What actually affects your business the most?
Everything that you just mentioned, except shipping. We don't particularly worry about too much about shipping because we're not really shipping physical goods. We're emailing most of our reservations and applications and all that stuff. So that is one area of our business that we don't have to worry about with the likes of the guys that do the marketplace and actually ship physical goods online that are bought online. So we don't have that. But in terms of payments, in terms of bandwidth, very, very important for our business. And I think we're very in the early stages of the whole e-commerce space in Nigeria. And I think as the internet penetration continues to improve, the cost of the internet continues to decline. And then you will now see even a more rapid growth in the e-commerce space. Okay.
I must ask, how did you switch from being a basketball star in the NBA in the US to being an online entrepreneur in Africa?
Well, basketball doesn't last forever. I mean, I always, when I was playing, you know, I went to University of Maryland, I studied mechanical engineering and business. So I never was one to rely on sports. I mean, I use sports as a platform to, you know, as a young man to, you know, do well, make some money. But I always thought of my career after basketball, and I started searching towards the end of when I felt was towards the end of my career in my early 30s about what I want to do with my career afterwards. And I found this opportunity and it really stuck to me, and I felt there was a problem to be solved. And as an engineer, I knew that I could solve this problem. And we came back to Nigeria and partnered with my partner, and we saw the vision together, and we started building out the inventory. You know, we had to partner with the airlines, partner with the hotels. So it was a lot of hard work going in the beginning for the first 2 years just to build out the inventory and the partnerships with the suppliers, and so a lot of hard work went into this.
Okay, what is the big picture, or the future rather, like for wakanow.com?
Wakanow has to be at the forefront of opening up new destinations, making the process of booking the travel a lot easier, from the flight booking to the visa process to the hotel booking process to the ground transportation to the tour activities. We have to take the business to the next level, especially using technology.
Mr. Obinna Ekezie, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
I'm here to meet with Jason Njoku, the co-founder of Iroko TV, the world's largest online distributor of African movies, to understand how he intends to improve online video access to Africans, and also how he's transforming the multi-million-dollar platform into a global brand that would be around for many years to come.
Hey Jason.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going? Sorry I'm late, man. There's a bit of traffic.
Nah. It's Lagos.
Yes it is. Lovely establishment you have here.
We try.
Yes. Could you tell me a little bit about the history behind Iroko TV?
Really simple. There was a huge amount of value in Nollywood. especially online and the distribution of it. No one really tried to take advantage of that. In 2010, I jumped on a plane from the UK and spoke to enough producers, enough sort of stakeholders to understand that it was just a big dislocation between the value of Nollywood and the distribution of it. So I thought I'd just sort of create a company which sort of satisfied that need, and essentially there's what you basically see today. So we started in a very small room in Festac, and now we're 2 floors in Anthony, about 100 people or so.
How rich and diverse is your content? Is it just Nollywood movies, or are you into all sorts of content?
You know, we made our name in Nollywood movies. I think one of the great things over the last decade has been that there's been like this natural affinity for like local content. So we're really, really strong in the local content area. With that said, we also know that not everyone just watches Nollywood. They have like almost like a buffet of different content. So in August, we decided to start bringing on new content forms to the actual platform. So we now have like telenovelas, we have Bollywood, we have Korean dramas, we have Hollywood sort of movies and TV series. And the view is that we almost want to create just a broad array of content. So if you're kind of interested in anything, we can kind of like give that to you. But you know, still 70–80% of our content is largely sort of like Nigerian and Ghanaian sort of focused content.
Would you say the majority of the people who actually watch your movies on Iroko TV are Nigerians or Africans in diaspora, or majority of the people here actually in Nigeria?
So the vast majority are in the diaspora. But then again, we've always had a focus on the diaspora. In as much as we've been here, and obviously we have our 90% of the company is here, the most easiest and accessible people who love the content are in the West. With that said, you know, in January this year, Nigeria in terms of subscription represented 1 or 2%. Now we're looking at it representing 8 or 10%. So we've almost had like a significant like growth in the amount of people actually sort of like watching the platform. In 3 years' time, you know, I would be surprised if Nigeria is in 50% of our audience.
Really?
Absolutely. I think if you look in a decade's time, I expect it to be at least 90%. Because I think for us as a company, like, you know, we're Nigerian at heart, you know, we're here, everyone's here, the team is here, the heart of the company is here, the content base is still here. For us, it's important that we have a very, very strong presence here, and that, you know, when it comes to African content, people just think that we're the best place for it to be. So I think that's kind of where we're going to build our name, and everything else is almost just like the garnishes to make it look a bit more sexy.
It's interesting that we're sitting in front of this poster here. I get mobbed in the street every other day, and people are convinced that I'm this guy, even without the hair. So I don't know, man. Who is this guy? What's it all about?
Majid Michelle, one of the biggest male stars in Nollywood. Okay. Ghanaian guy. Yeah.
Not too shabby, so I guess I'm in good company. Okay, now, Netflix today is one of the biggest on-demand platforms in the world, arguably. How would you compare Iroko to it and its models?
So we're essentially trying to do the same thing. It's internet TV for the masses. I think the only difference is that we have a laser focus on building one in Nigeria. And I think the peculiarities of the product which would be successful here is very different from the peculiarities of the product which would be successful in the US or the UK. You know, how do you build a pay TV business without